For that matter, we never saw all 12 together as a group as of day 5. For instance, we never sat around a campfire singing songs with 12 men. This, of course, is a joke, as there are no fires permitted and there's no firewood on Kilimanjaro. 11 p.m. Thursday night. That's our destination, our highest point, Uhuru Peak. The toilet comes in a small square tent. It's a sit-down toilet, apparently the type used in boats. The extra money also pays for Robert, the sanitation engineer. Desolate and barren looking area. The tents are sitting on slopes. Oh, the snow's coming down harder. We're hoping last meal before the summit.
Yes, this is our exactly last supper.
Had our delicious soup.
Yeah, vegetable soup and some...
Our first glimpse of Kilimanjaro. We are going to climb that mountain next Saturday. Woo! Kilimanjaro, here we come. Look at that. Woo! Start of day 5. Camp is breaking up. Porters are packing up. Most of the trekkers are on their way already. We're doing last minute packing. There's our destination. Tomorrow morning at 6:30 we will arrive at the top. There's our tent, dried out, warm inside now. That's where we're heading. There's a few people on that hillside already. That's where we're heading also. Moshi lies in the distance, the bottom of the mountain. Hard to tell, but it is down there. And we pray for sunshine till we get to our next camp. That's our cook, Agustin. Hi everyone, Barbara here again from Travels with Lobo and Barbara. Starting day 5 of the climb to Mount Kilimanjaro summit. We had breakfast on this day at about 8:30 in the morning, and we continued hiking through the heath and moorland to Barafu Camp, which lies at an altitude of about 4,600 meters. It takes 3 to 4 hours to cover the distance to Barafu Camp, which is a 4.25 kilometer distance, and we gained 600 meters in altitude en route to the camp. We had a hot lunch, we slept, and then we had an early dinner. As usual, Cornelia slept like a baby, and I tossed and turned thinking about who knows what, between cat naps. Garbage has to be weighed between campsites because some people dump garbage between campsites along the route. So they weigh it when the porter leaves the campsite, and again when he arrives at the next campsite, they weigh it again, just so there's no garbage left on any of the trails. That's the weighing station, and park worker is marking it in a book, and I guess the park rangers probably communicate with each other. Remember, as I said before, you can't climb Kilimanjaro by yourself. You have to go through a tour operator who will provide a guide, an assistant guide, a cook, and porters. Number of porters turned out to be 9 for us. 2 guides and a cook. Everything has to be carried up the mountain. Porters race ahead of us and the guides to make sure that they get to the campsite before you and have everything set up for your arrival. The tent is assembled, the food has to be ready, water boiled for food preparation and washing. The porters carry all your gear except your day pack and all the equipment you need on your climb. The tents, cooking equipment, food, water, etc. Each porter carries up to 20 kilograms on their back or their head. Yes, 20 kilograms or 44 pounds. And usually another 5 kilograms of their own kit in addition to this. So you can see none of this comes very cheaply. While some operators have been accused of offering low prices and cutting corners by overloading the porters, certain standards have been set by various organizations, including Kilimanjaro National Park, Tour Operators Association, and Guide Porter Associations, and the Kilimanjaro Porter Assistance Project. They all recommend the following guidelines for proper porter treatment. A salary, $10 per day is the recommended salary. Loads carried should not exceed 20 kilograms per porter. Porters receive the full amount of tip intended for them. Porters are outfitted with proper clothing and equipment. Porters have proper shelter and sleeping equipment. Porters are provided at least 2 meals per day and access to water. Sick or injured porters are properly cared for. On a personal level, we had very little contact with the porters as a group. We never saw where they ate, what they ate, or where they slept. For that matter, we never saw all 12 together as a group as of day 5. For instance, we never sat around a campfire singing songs with 12 men. This, of course, is a joke, as there are no fires permitted and there's no firewood on Kilimanjaro. Day 5, coming up this hill. Pole pole is always the word of the day. And we left camp. Where's that green roof building now? I can't see it. Oh, it's up there. There it is. That's where we came from. Some fog rolling in, as it seems to do every day. There may be some rain later. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to camp before the rain. So, en route, we've covered an hour and a half, and we have about an hour and a half to camp on day 5. Up, 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 up the hill. There's a ridge up there, and along that ridge is our camp where we'll stay tonight or this afternoon, and then at 11 o'clock we'll head out to the summit. And then this is day 5. We arrived in Barafu Camp after about 2 3/4 hours this morning. It's snowing now. It's kind of a mixture of snow and rain. It's a little chilly. There's our tent. Very desolate and barren looking area. The tents are sitting on slopes. Oh, the snow's coming down harder. We're hoping, like in the past couple of days, the rain would stop later in the afternoon and the sun would come out. We're hoping that happens today because tonight around 10 o'clock we will be starting the final ascent to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. So far, so great. Cornelia and I feel fantastic. We had a delicious lunch. We're going to go have a nap till 5:30 and rest again. And at 10 o'clock we take off with our guide and the assistant. The porters stay in camp. They don't come to the summit. So hopefully the skies will clear again. I'm in our dining tent right now, just so I stay a little warm and out of the snow while I'm filming this. We just had lunch. Time for a nap. I'll talk about equipment later, but right now I'm going to touch on the best investment we made. The evening before we started our climb, we met Bryson and he asked us an important question. Do we want to rent our own toilet for $60 each for the week? I had read someone's blog where the woman stated it was the best thing she had done. I quickly told Cornelia about that and we both agreed immediately this is what we wanted. Okay. The toilet comes in a small square tent. It's a sit-down toilet, apparently the type used in boats. The extra money also pays for Robert, the sanitation engineer, whose job it is to look after the tent and the toilet, including carrying them, setting them up, and cleaning them out. He really earned his money, but from our viewpoint, it was money well spent. The best investment we ever made. Cornelia and Andrew.
Hi there, hi there.
Last meal before the summit.
Yes, this is our, exactly, last supper.
Had our delicious soup.
Yeah, vegetable soup and some sandwiches.
Grilled sandwiches.
Grilled sandwiches, and now we're having a lot of carbs. Pasta and mushroom sauce.
Looks fantastic.
Tastes good.
We just ate around 2 o'clock. That was our hot lunch. And now we're having an early supper. And we slept this afternoon. Tried to get like an hour of sleep. Pee break. An hour of sleep. Pee break. And it has been mixed weather.
It's raining right now.
Raining. It's been snowing. Our tent was covered in snow. It was also hailing. And tonight around 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
Andrew is going to
Lead you.
lead us
to the top.
Yeah.
Right. This is day 5.
So it's about 7-8 hours to the top.
Yeah.
Enjoy supper.
Yes.
We ate dinner around 6 p.m. and then we went into the tent and prepared for the summit climb. We carefully selected the clothing that we would be wearing. We put on the underlayers, slept in those, and packed our backpacks with the outer layers that we might need on the climb. We then tried to sleep again for a couple of hours and we were woken at 10 p.m. There's the summit. That's where we're heading tomorrow evening, starting at 11 p.m. Thursday night. That's our destination, our highest point, Uhuru Peak, Mount Kilimanjaro. Here we come. Thanks for viewing, subscribing, and a thumbs up.